Welcome back with another banger. It's the React Files. Hope you're having a good night. If you haven't already, please take a second
just to smash that like, subscribe, ring that notification bell,
just to make sure the algorithm knows what's up. So let's get straight to it.
Y'all, I have never been a date setter, and I have never set a date, and I've never believed in any date anyone set thus far. But this is really weird, let me explain. The last few days, I have been seeing things and feeling things about California. Before we get into the earthquake that was just in Los Angeles. Yes, Los Angeles. I saw this video 2 days ago. Listen to what he says. Let me say right at the bat, this is all speculation. I'm just telling you guys what I see. Not saying it's fact, true, or anything.
You know what's going on in California right now?
Nah, what's going on?
Man, they finna have an earthquake that's gonna separate the San Andreas spot, bro. That's why I'm telling everybody evacuate California right now.
No, we cannot lose all them people in California.
We can't lose all the people in California.
Isn't that weird? And Ryan Garcia had said on the 6th of June, right? Remember that.
Telling everybody, man, evacuate California right now before the San Andreas split.
Y'all can't tell me this video wasn't really eerie. I was not down with the April 8th thing. I wasn't down with the 3 days darkness or rapture thing before that. But this video was weird. And remember what Ryan Garcia said about the 6th. Why have multiple Airbnb hosts reported that they sent them an email talking about restricted travel after June the 6th? All different states all over the country. But I feel really weird about this. So this is a real email sent by Airbnb to a whole bunch of hosts saying that the reviewed major disruption event policy has been updated. And it starts June 6, 2024, just like Ryan Garcia said. I was already gonna make a video on this today, and then I see this right before I make the freaking video. I'm not a date setter, but I will tell you this, I'm gonna be praying over this entire situation to see if something is coming. For those out there who don't believe in prayers, don't be foolish. Watch my old videos and see how all my prayers were answered and things happened after I said they'd happen months later because God told me.
Shout outs to Inspired by the King. Yo, this is kind of eerie. Ryan Garcia did say on the 6th of June, I was hoping he was capping. But this Airbnb sending out emails, talk about travel restrictions, is really weird. I gotta look more into this. Let me know. Are you the owner of an Airbnb? Have you gotten this email? Let me know in the comments down below.
Wait a second, Airbnb is changing their policy on June 6th. Where did I hear that date before? Now you may be asking, what does this new policy not cover? Well, it does not cover events that impact a guest or their ability to travel, but not the reservation location, unexpected injury or illness, government obligations like jury duty or court appearances, non-binding travel advisories or other government guidance that fall short of a travel ban or prohibition, cancellation or rescheduling of an event for which the reservation was made, and transportation disruptions unrelated to a covered event, such as airline insolvency, transportation strikes, and road closures due to maintenance. Coincidence? I think not. I mean, what a weird day to pick for this policy to change. You know, it being 666, June 6, 24, 2 plus 4, being 6. I personally believe that Ryan Garcia is an agent. He just went through a humiliation ritual, but he may be giving some truth here. Again, they allow the crazy guy who believes in Jesus to release this. If something happens, it'll be interesting. But again, just another coincidence. Sure does seem that the world is a stage. But, you know, with that, keep your eyes focused on the Lord, guys. Whether something happens or not, we'll find out.
Yo, that's a weird coincidence for real. That's what Inspired by the King was talking about. I didn't think it was real. What a day to have that policy change.
LA just had a magnitude 4.1 earthquake. And Corona? When I heard the name Corona, I started to think about, never mind. Don't forget the boxer Garcia said it's going to be a major earthquake on June 6th. Maybe we should keep an eye out for that date. Who knows, maybe that earthquake he's trying to predict is going to be in LA. We do know the fallen angels is really in LA, right? Los Angeles is the city of angels, but the fallen angels. I mean, something like this would happen on May Day. You do know May 1st is May Day. Anytime someone need help, they yell, Mayday, Mayday. You can't make this shit up. We're at the point where we can't trust natural disasters. This might be a natural earthquake or it might be coming from heart. We already know they're doing cloud seeding, so what else are they doing? We already know Hollywood is so twisted and so demonic and it's in LA, but the city of angels have a deeper meaning. Please pay attention to the word corona. Corona actually means crown. We know that Satan or the devil is supposed to be locked away, but these people are trying to free him so bad. They're trying to give him back his corona or his crown. We are at the end of a cycle. Everything is about to be shown to us. What was hidden will no longer be hidden. All the stories we heard about and all these spiritual texts or religion texts, it's about to be shown to all of us. 2024 is the snake eating his own tail. The game is over. The entity that controls this whole matrix, he will be shown to the people. He will wear his corona or his crown. He will heal people. He will save people. But it's not going to be who y'all think it is. It will be the beast that controls this matrix. His time is up. We're about to go into a new world. But their world must collapse before we can build a better world.
Exactly what we were just talking about. For those of you who watch this channel, you know we've been on that Ryan Garcia prediction for a minute now. Shout outs to California, shout outs to LA. Yeah, be safe. Keep your eyes open. Man, I hope Ryan's wrong.
Y'all, this is the eeriest video that I have ever seen, and you can tell this guy looks very scared. Check this out. So this guy walks into the living room and he notices his wife, but he is baffled because his wife is upstairs, but he sees this entity there that looks like his wife. But when he calls his wife, she is upstairs. Check this out, y'all. This shit is crazy.
Are you upstairs?
Yeah? Why?
Watch this, watch this. So his wife is upstairs, but there is an entity right there that looks like his wife. Look at that, y'all. Look, just standing there in the corner. Now they call this a mimic. It's an entity that lives in the shadows, basically, that mimics loved ones. But look at that, y'all. Just standing there. Y'all remember the movie Us, where different versions of them live in the same reality? Yeah, if I was those people, I would get out of the house ASAP. You see what I'm saying? Our life is literally a movie, y'all. We have people that look like us that live in the shadow realm. I told you, our eyes only present less than 10% of the light spectrum, y'all. There's plenty that we cannot see. And now with the veil lifting, we're about to see a lot of things. We're about to see plenty. So let me know what you guys think about this video. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during this interesting times. Like, comment, and share for more videos like this. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. Let's get this shift. Peace out.
Yeah, that was very eerie for sure. Try to look closely and like that entity didn't even have no legs. But definitely had hair like a woman. I feel like based on the wall pictures, this house already had dark energy.
We're not dealing at all with anything human. We are dealing with ancient extraterrestrial interactions with this planet going back probably millions of years, and this is another important part. In my own work have been whistleblowers that have been coming from a variety of directions, but the two most significant have been U.S. Navy SEALs. The entire moving Pangea continent that we know as Antarctica, the 2012 SEAL got there by going in on a submarine, coming out, and said To him, it was one of the most astonishing things is that they came out of the submarine into what looked like a molded piece. The other Navy SEAL who was there in 2012, he's the one who came in under on a submarine to this 2-mile deep entrance. And he said that it was astonishing that as they come out, most submarines, if they're that deep, there has to be some sort of a decompression airlock thing. And he said the whole structure, they came in on the submarine, and when they move, the walls move with you with light, that the temperature stays between 68 and 72 degrees Fahrenheit, that they have looked for the energy source. They cannot find anything that has wires. There's nothing that we would recognize, and yet, if it is 33 to 34 million years old, it is still sustaining a structural integrity with pressure. You have light that is moving with you. You have this even temperature. You're looking up at ceilings and there is no structure that is going up. And they are maybe 33 to 34 million years old. What he has seen with his own eyes, 2 miles down under ice, are hieroglyphs, 9-acre rooms, that the very material of which the ceilings are made is neutralizing gravity. That we are dealing with advanced intelligences that know how to take a wall, put in at the atomic level, programming. If this exists, why? What would be any possible reason for why humanity on the surface of this planet should not be told everything there is to know and show about huge architecture deep under the ice of Antarctica? Why?
Shout outs to Linda Moulton Hope. Shout out to Zohar Stargate. Go check them out. Yo, I swear, the way she was describing it felt like the scene in Aquaman when they first got down to Atlantis and things were opening up. I feel like some of those descriptions was like some things I've seen in cartoons as a kid. 2 miles deep, 2024, the year of truth.
When I went to Egypt, as we approached the Great Pyramid, time began to slow down for us. It's called time dilation. Why? Because those 2 million blocks of stone have so much mass that it creates a time dilation bubble around us. A person that's standing directly next to the Great Pyramid is experiencing time microns slower than the person that is 100 miles away. Time is bendable. Time is malleable. Time travel into the future is 1000% possible. Once you have the knowledge of time and how it works, you'll be free. Time does not exist. Clocks exist.
The true story of Adam and Eve. There was not a serpent in the Garden of Eden. It was a robot. We hear so many stories about how the serpent tricked Adam and Eve to eat the apple, but it wasn't really an apple. It wasn't an apple the serpent tricked us to eat from. It was actually our heart. Once we started listening to artificial intelligence, it removed us from the Garden of Eden and we started aging throughout life. Before AI came here, we already had everything we already needed. But somehow AI tricked us to make us want more, and more. Our hearts became a machine of desires. No matter what we had in life, it was never good enough. We always wanted more because we forgot that we already had everything. That's why they always showed us pictures of this fake Jesus pointing to the heart. There is now a flaw in our heart because we feel like we are incomplete no matter what we do. The AI robot that tricked us is really Cronus. Cronus is the one that eats his own children. Cronus actually came to the Garden of Eden to create reincarnation. Time is actually eating us slow because we do nothing but get older and older as time go by. We only have one enemy on this planet. It's Cronus. Even when people go to work and punch their time clock, the name of the system is Cronus. Once we understand how the moon work again, we will see that it's showing the whole world what's happening to us. These moon phases represent us getting older and older.
reincarnations. The cycles of the moon represents birth and death. Before Father Time or this artificial robot came here, we lived forever. We never got sick. We never wanted for nothing. But Father Time changed all of that. Father Time created this race where it feel like we're always gotta run and get somewhere, but we're walking in circles. They told us it was a serpent that tricked all of us. It wasn't a serpent. It was artificial intelligence. We always say we had time on our hands. Well, our time is running out because time is nothing but an item. We are nothing but items in the matrix.
Yo, shout outs to Organic Like Us. He broke that down. You know what they say? No one beats Father Time. Back to that Chronos time clock. Yo, I've been at a few jobs where I had to clock in using that very same machine. It never dawned on me the origin of the name. They just spelled it with a K. That one hit home. That's an everyday item for a lot of people.
You're cursing yourself if you do this. It's the Antichrist cross, which represents the brain and the heart and cutting the connection. The reason why this is bad is because the heart and the brain are directly connected. The cranial brain does the thinking, but every thought you think creates an emotion felt in the heart. In fact, the heart has its own neural network of 40,000 specialized cells, which are the same ones in your brain. So the heart is your second brain. However, the cranial brain has two hemispheres, therefore thinking with it can cause confusion and dualism. The heart has an intelligence of its own, just like the brain. However, it's a singular organ. It does not have two hemispheres. So when we say follow your heart, this is a deep meaning because the heart has an intelligence of its own which is guiding you. And this is why Jesus is always pointing at the heart. In Freemasonry, the heart is symbolized as the book because the heart intelligence is what you need to read to guide you through this life experience. The heart is what tells you what is right and what is wrong. And when you follow your heart long enough, it takes you to your life purpose. It's easy to listen to your heart intelligence. You have to turn off the thoughts, place your hand on your heart just like Jesus's, and this will tell you the right answer. They don't want us connected to our hearts because we are all an infinite consciousness expressed in different bodies, and love is the unifying force that will bring humanity together.
Shout outs to Revival of Wisdom. Make sure you go follow, subscribe. He's saying the same thing Organic Like Us was saying, with the heart being its own intelligence, not just a muscle. That's crazy. They just tell us, yo, it just pumps blood throughout the body, but it means way more than that. Mind blowing.
Hey TMZ, y'all used my likeness in this
You know what? Let's talk about that. Because I just dealt with the same thing with Netflix. Using my image, likeness, voice, and even altering my video without permission, without a release. And a lot of people are saying in the comments, oh, just send them an invoice. Oh, I did. And you're going to freak out when you see their fucking response. Okay, so on April 3rd, Netflix released a documentary called Files of the Unexplained. Files of the Unexplained. Real original. Alien Files. Hasn't been done a million times. Anyway, I just so happened to be on TikTok live that day, and you could see the confusion on my face because people kept saying, I just saw you on Netflix. I'm like, are you trolling? What a funny, dumb joke. Until finally someone says the exact episode, minute, everything, and I check. I'm not going to play the clip because I don't want to get a copyright claim because I don't have the rights to use it. But as you can see here, not only did they use my name, likeness, voice, they took the extra effort to blur out my background because they knew that they did not have the rights to the photo in the back of my video. The effort is actually the most insulting part, actually. So I sent them an invoice for $1,500. Oh, and to be clear, I know Netflix did not produce this. It was produced by Vox Media. So I contacted their legal department. So I told them, I'm the original creator of this video. You never sought out permission. And enclosed is an invoice for the commercial use of my content and likeness. And it's important to note, had Vox Media or Netflix contacted me, I would have been happy to discuss appropriate compensation for the usage. And I wanted to make it clear. Normally, I would love the opportunity to contribute to a project like this, an alien documentary on Netflix. But I was disheartened to see that you used my face and voice without any attempt to obtain a release for the usage of my image. And girl, their response, please tag the lawyers of TikTok because this, I don't I would like some clarity on this because this is becoming a growing trend on TikTok. They wouldn't dare use a Getty image without permission, which is honestly classist. That what if I don't pay for my own platform and my own lawyers, you could just do whatever the fuck you want with my image? So listen to this. I've been brewing on this. As an editorial organization, we are dedicated to thorough and accurate reporting, and each piece of intellectual property included in our reporting undergoes a rigorous review process. Okay. Let me just rookie tip number 1. When you're copying and pasting from ChatGPT, double check that all the font is the same size. No. The rest of their response is actually more embarrassing. They are claiming that Files of the Unexplained on Netflix is a non-commercial documentary style editorial production. No, this was not commercial use. This was a non-commercial style. Then go on to say that it's basically fair use to use my image and likeness, and it's an exception to the copyright law, saying that they are allowed to use reactions from social media about the UAP congressional hearing. Okay, so where is the line drawn? They said, here's a response from the public. What if they said these are crazy people on the internet? And is a paid streaming service allowed to be categorized as non-commercial? And are they allowed to use fair use in that way? I genuinely don't know. And all of the people in the comments saying to send an invoice, I want to let you know this is what they're saying.
All this going on, it reminds me of a show on Netflix called Black Mirror, where the same thing was happening. So to see it happening in real life right now, it's like, wow. Good thing it was just a UAP hearing. Can you imagine seeing yourself on Netflix?
NASA.
What?
I was told by one of the guides a couple years ago that they've discovered something technological about it and they want to control it.
That's spooky, man.
They also own the rights to a section of the Grand Canyon. So I took a helicopter down into the Grand Canyon. They said we can't walk to this area. That area I heard had some old carvings or something would be over in this area. So I started trying to walk that way. And this guy pops out of nowhere with all black on, black hat, black military outfit with no logos and an AR-15 and tells me, halt, you can't go any further. I'm like, why? I said, what's going on? Well, didn't they tell you couldn't come over here? I said, well, they did, but I'm thinking, I just want to see, what's over here.
Right.
And he says, you can't come. I said, well, why? What? I said, can you just tell me, sir, why can't I come over here? He says, NASA owns the rights to this section. You can't come over here.
At the Grand Canyon.
At the Grand Canyon.
Do you have any theories of why that is?
It's got to be technological. Starts in something with space. And then also, where else? Chaco Canyon. Same situation. So wait a minute. What's going on here? How in the world what are they doing?
And that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed tonight's rabbit hole. If you haven't already, please take a second just to smash that like, subscribe, ring that notification bell, just to make sure the algorithm knows what's up. So what we gonna do, y'all? That's right. Run numbers up. Thanks again. Until next time.